So, what should it be? Let's see, John in Minneapolis. Hey, John, your thoughts on this?
Well, I just wanted to say I could possibly see companies monitoring what people do on, during the work time, but it also extends outside of work time to what they do on social media, so that they're monitoring that. And, in the internet age and the electronic media, I mean, there's so much that if they really wanted to find out about you, like say they're pushing the Republican Party as the Koch brothers are, say you're involved in the, Democratic Party, they could find reasons to fire you, and you would never know exactly why you were fired.
Right, and if you're registered as a Democrat, that's a matter of public record.
Yeah, you could, it is a matter of public record, I suppose, but they could hold, they could fire you over that and just make it look, they could trump up some reason. I think this is a terrible thing, but I also wanted to say that it brings up a larger problem to democracy in general, and that is the concentration of wealth is absolutely diametrically opposed to democracy, in the sense that it really does influence how things go as far as what is done within government. And I think that perhaps publicly funded elections might eliminate a lot of it, but also I just think that we need to have far more democracy, and we need to protect it, and it's not being protected by allowing such concentration of wealth in general.
No, I agree.
The economy impacts, our democracy directly, and people that say that it doesn't are just living in a fantasy land.
I'm with you. We have slid into oligarchy, and we're sliding faster and faster into that, and I would even go so far as to call it kleptocracy. John, thanks for the call. Well said. Bill in Thompson, Ohio. Hey, Bill, what's up?
How you doing there, Tom? What I was thinking, what about coercion? If those people are influencing the vote at work, you're going to lose your job. Is there any way, to me it seems like they got an ongoing criminal enterprise. Is there any way we could prosecute these guys under RICO or anything to
Title 18, Part 1, Chapter 29, Section 594. It's titled Intimidation of Voters. Whoever coerces...
Right.
Can be imprisoned for not more than 1 year. That's the law, and that's the law that, frankly, I think should be applied. Bill, thanks for the call. John in Logston, Oregon. Hey, John, what's up?
Hey, Tom. This is John. I was listening to the fellow earlier that was talking about the Koch brothers, and they're wanting to lay people off or fire them if they voted wrong. Back in the 80s,
let me be very clear. They're not threatening individual workers. What they're saying is that a Democratic administration would adversely affect their business, and therefore they may either not grow or they may downscale. I mean, that's the clear implication of the letter. They're not saying, I know how you vote and I'm going to come after you. This is not a direct threat.
Well, back in the 80s, like I was saying, I was doing their reforestation program, planting trees and slash and whatever. Mm-hmm. But I knew for a fact what their ground looked like, and they didn't have a peelable stick left in the woods.
Are you talking about Koch Industries, Georgia Pacific?
I'm talking about Georgia Pacific.
Right.
When the union went on strike for wages, which was a long-coming thing, it took them about a year to get there, mm-hmm. They closed the mill and put it on a barge to Georgia, and they said it's labor's fault.
Right.
And it absolutely was not. They didn't, like I said, they did not have one peelable stick.
So they basically stripped out all the natural resources, and then they blamed it on labor.
And they didn't deal with federal timber.
Yeah.
Too many problems with the paperwork.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot for the call, John. I appreciate it. John in Newport, Kentucky. It says you disagree with me. What's up?
Well, I work for Georgia Pacific, and I got that same package that everyone else got, and I think that any thoughts that there's any kind of retribution or any acts toward employees, which is the way it's being misconstrued by a lot of the media. It's just
well, I think I was
ridiculous.
quite explicit just a moment ago. That's not what I was suggesting. But at individual and direct employees, but to 45,000 people, my concern is to the issue that David Keating was bringing up, which is free speech. The oligarchs in this country have incredible free speech. The Koch brothers that can speak to 45,000 people like that. And by the way, they can use the implied threat of loss of employment or diminution of employment as a cudgel, as a stick to beat people with, or suggest, as I said, implied. Whereas, can you, as an employee, John, do that to the Koch brothers?
I guess I could. I mean, I probably wouldn't want to send them an email on this.
Yeah, I would think not, and that's
I think that employers that have obviously a large investment, and even if they're a small company, would be foolish not to try to influence their employees in the way they vote and educate them. If they think that the policies of one candidate or another would be better for the long-term interests of the business or the employer, and I do.
But what about the interests of the employees?
Pardon me?
What about the interests of the employees? The interests of the employees are very often at odds with those of the interests of the employer or the business.
Executives in GP that openly support Democratic candidates, and I don't think there's any retribution in Koch in particular because they're in the crosshair so often. It's just really
yeah. I would expect they're probably quite careful.
Breaking the law. Pardon me?
I would expect that they're probably quite careful and they follow the law very carefully.
They're extremely careful in any kind of government.
Don't we have? But my larger question is: don't we have a broken system where the oligarchs are constantly speaking politics and the average person has basically, no voice other than the ability to cast a vote? I mean, John, thank you for the call. It seems to me like, the death of McCain-Feingold, the Citizens United decision has just totally thrown us into oligarchy.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 866-987-THOM.
It's so amazing, the American media sits around and talks about the Russian oligarchs, these billionaires in Russia, and they do this and they do that. Nobody talks about the American oligarchs.